Well, continuing with our heavy modular frames today, there's a couple of things we've got to do. We need another floor on the foundry level, and we also need, and I'm going to move these across to the next floor up. These can come another one across, I reckon. Yep, because they're all going to be the same. So that's there. Right, let's add the next floor on this. We're going to package some turbo fuel. So we're going to take some away from my current power and turn it into packaged turbo fuel. But first, let's get these set up. I need to bring in a few things actually. Limestone. I think I need to bring in 2 trucks worth. Iron, we've got some iron. I've got the iron. Actually, I might need another iron coming in as well. We'll see. It's harder to get that from a distance sometimes. Everything's getting taller now as we're scaling up production of different resources. Alright, I need power.
Hey Smackin', you just gotta follow.
Thank you die_Landabon for the follow.
Dileniban, I'm sure that's exactly how you pronounce it. I don't reckon that's... Yeah, actually that's good. That's one. How are you today? Welcome. You have a satisfactory interest. Just like everyone who comes by. I'm doing well, thank you. I'm doing well. The day is young. Or the evening is young for me. Right, that's to there. Now this one, I'm going to move it in half a one. So the foot's there. So that would just be on the center line, I think. And I'll just have a look. This one's better positioned, isn't it? I'm lying on my foldable bed, cozy, very nice. How was my work today, Meza? It was good. I worked for 4 hours. I had a 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. shift, and all the kids were gone by the time by about 5 o'clock. So after we cleaned all that, I was out by 5:30, so half an hour earlier, which means I don't get paid for half an hour, but that's fine. Alright, we'll just test that one. Lady Sunfire, welcome. Good to see you today. That one there. So we're going to go back one. How was your day, Meza? And tomorrow's the same. I'll go to the same place tomorrow for an afternoon shift. And this morning I was playing with a remote desktop. I learnt a few things I never knew, which will help me on a future video. Just starting, almost 6 AM for you. Aha. How about me? Yeah, we're just talking about that. I'm going well. It's 7:46 PM here, so it's the end of my day. So there'll be one there. There'll be one there. Yep, Australia, that's it. Perfect, that's what I want. So whereabouts are you, Sunfire? Meza, yesterday was weird. Finally got 24H2 update for Windows and it messed up a bunch of things. Had enough audios yesterday for a year's worth of streams. I've been playing with Linux again, on and off. And it's amazing how quickly I can install a copy of Linux and use it compared to how quickly I can install a copy of Windows and then wait for all the updates to install before I can start using it. You live in the west coast of the USA? Yes, I am from the future, and the lottery numbers are 8, 16, 9, 32, 87, and the supplementaries are 4, 2, and 89. Alright, that should be... That means I can bring that one half in. Yeah, you need to install Windows, and then you need to remove 90% of the crap that comes with it before you can even start using it. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Dialiban, what time is it for me? 7:48 p.m. on Tuesday is the day, I've been told. That one there, I want to bring that one half forward. You don't play the lottery? That's fine. You hated doing that even with XP. Yeah, XP was notorious for it as well. But just the speed. Yeah, I'm going to make a concerted effort to move to Linux. Not entirely, but we'll see. I'll basically dual boot. This update broke the local network for one. None of the apps were able to run their local server. It broke all the Steam tools, but also Steam, SteelSeries, yep. And re-enable some settings that broke OBS. Oh, that's crap. Yep. So yeah, I used to use Linux for work and that, and then I stopped working in IT, so I stopped using it for a while. But no reason you can't have the streaming PC on Linux already? Yeah, that's something I'm working towards, Meza. I'm just being a bit cautious. I'm going to take it at my own speed. Alright, I need to come one more. That was there like that. Now that should be fine. Let me test the back end. But I'm going to dual boot those. So like when I do Satisfactory, I'm just going to... Yep, that's what I want. I'll just keep using Windows, and then some days that I don't use Satisfactory, or I want to do video editing, and then I'll flick over to Linux. But yeah, there was tell you what, the biggest one that makes me want to move is, and it's not something that really affects a lot of people, but I can't put my start menu, the taskbar, on the top, along the top of the screen. See, this is how I have my taskbar up here in my start menu. No, can't do that in Windows 11, sorry. Not allowed. We've decided to redo it, and we don't care about those users. And that's really annoying me. I might be different, but you remove that functionality and you're going to annoy me. That's those, and then that's there. Power comes in here. But yeah, actually, you know, I really... the other thing too is like in their whole I can't believe how many unnecessary applications are on Windows. Like the Copilot stuff. It was there one day. Okay, I'll get rid of it. Another update. Oh, it comes back. It's back again. I don't want it. Cortana, never wanted it. I don't want that stuff. News at the bottom right. I don't want that stuff. There are pretty good debloater solutions now. Yeah, I've thought about doing that, but yeah. There are apps that allow you to customize the start menu experience. Not sure if it allows you to put up there again. I've looked at a few things with that, and there have been some, and then Microsoft will just release an update preventing that thing from working anymore. It's a bit like 7 Days to Die, and the gamers find some sort of little weird quirk and the devs patch it within 2 seconds. Fortunately, all the news and all that can get rid of just the debloaters. Yeah. I don't like that I have to go through that process. Personally. That's very annoying. Alright, I'm going to make a blueprint. Because I am sick of running belts. Not sick, but I should have been doing this a long time ago. I thought it was going to be fixed in an update, and it wasn't. So now I thought the blueprint auto connecting would be the solution. It's not. So now I'm just going to try and make what I need. I'm with you there. I assume we're not the target audience for this either. Yeah, that's exactly it. I'm not the target audience. Definitely not the target audience. And there's some other stuff I want to try in the future. Alright, so that's... So I'm going to spend a bit of time fiddling around. There must be a lot of people getting the news. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? It's amazing. But yeah. News schmooze. Schmooze you lose. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create some blueprints for the belts. Alright, the left is low and the right is high. Making sure I'm getting everything the way I do it. Yep. Alright. Unfortunately, the blueprint auto connecting is not designed for load balancing types of setups that I do. That's my take. Alright, so that. Input balancing, load balancing. I kind of like input balancing better. Okay, so 3 4. Does that connect that? No, it doesn't. That doesn't matter. It's not. Yeah, that's not an issue. So I'm going to do this and this, this and this, and then I'm going to do my ceiling supports. Make all that part of the blueprint. Right, did I do any extra? I did, there it is, right there. One extra. Alright, that's everything I wanted. Going to put this here. This is just for I can go back and play with it later. This is not the blueprint you're looking for. The blueprint I'm looking for is just going to be the belts with the supports. Right, that's my blueprint. That's what I wanted. All right, so this is going to be splitter, 3-way foundry, and that's the icon, and then it goes in with splitters. Okay, so now all I need is I thought I changed this. I didn't. 3 and 4. Start off with just that for centering, because that's, yep. I go to my splitters, and now I just line this up. Like that. So there's one there. There's one there. And that one goes there. Like that. And then all I need to do is everything auto connects. That one I just get rid of, so it needs to be connected. And then we're going to do another blueprint, which is just going to be, I might have enough room. Well, it can be that. With the smart splitter. It might be easier if I load this one because it's got the roof on it. Right, so I'm going to put one there. That one there. So we'll just start off with I will, because this is going to be, this is a good example down here, isn't it? This one here, this is a maxed out. No, this next one down. That's 90%, but even 50. Yeah, right. You would be 150. Alright, okay, so so it would be at least, oh no. Oh no, I got rid of my 3 and 4. We're just going to put a Mark 3 there and a Mark, no, see that would be a Mark 4, yeah. Right. And how did I do overflow? I did it at the end, right. Yeah, I think we'll stick with, oh, right, so that does make a lot more sense. Yeah, we're going to do that. That there feeding from that direction. And that there feeding from that direction. That's what I want. We'll overwrite that. Now we'll just get rid of all this. I really like the dismantle filter. Hot binding that to a key on my mouse is such a good way to delete stuff. Right, so I want to get rid of these ones and these and these. And then I'm going to keep that is my smart splitter. So this is going to be splitter plus smart for foundry. And that's we need a smart splitter. And then I'm going to make that go into my smart splitter there. And we'll save that. Sponget, welcome. Good to see you. All right, so now this goes there. And then I put my that one to there, that one to there. That saves so much time now. Dramatically reduced how much I need to build. But I'm still building the same amount. I'm just not doing it by hand. So that's dealt with. That's all belted. Yeah, there's Mark 4 there. Right. So now I need to assign what I need to each one. Let's, before I do the output on those, we're going to build these ones. So we go with that. That goes there. That's there. All right. Goes to there. So easy. And then that there and that there. Perfect. Okay. All right. Let's allocate these. We've got a few iron ingot foundries to make. And these are all, yeah, okay, all right. So don't think I've made those ones yet. I definitely need to make these ones because that was on the cards. I'm going to put that four, and that one on this back 9. So if I have I'm going to just do a updated sign too. Whoa! There's a bit of lag there. Blueprint hell. Okay. I'm going to load our signs. An assembler is the same. Aha. This is the one I've done previously for foundries. Alright. Well, I can... Well, I'll just call it foundry. The template. I'll just update it. This one will be $90 by 4 machines, which will be 22.5 each. Perfect. And 144 by 4 machines is 36 each. And it will be making 180 for 4 machines. There we go. It's 45 each. Alright, we're going to call that one Foundry. There we go. And perfect. Alright, so I'm going to put this in the middle of these 4 machines here. And well, I reckon there. Yep, okay. So that's those 4. So that's 4 at 90%. Oops. I want copy 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, that's that. Just put this in here. Okay. And then in the middle, I'll do a single machine. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. This machine here this one also is for heavy modular, it's for adaptive control units, this one's going to be. I find it easy if I just put them all down and configure them now, but turn them off, and then it makes it easier for my brain. And the good thing about signs is even if you haven't unlocked something, it's still available. Alright, so that's 30. And 48. And this one will be, it makes 60. And that's a clock rate of 120% for this one. And we'll just put that one in standby. So then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and this will be the other one. This is for the reinforced iron plate for the heavy modular frames, for the modular frames. It's just Frame City. So that'll be 93.75 by 4 machines is 46 point, is 23.4375, and it's also going to be 150 by 4 machines, it's 37.5 each, and we're going to make 187.5, and that'd be 46.875 for each one. So that's 4 machines at 93.75%. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's perfect. Right, so that's that row assigned. Then we've got this is for radio control units. That's for fuse modular. So yeah, but regardless, that's 3 and that's 6. So that's 9. So we'll just put those down, and then that deals with that back row. But I think that's all the iron ingots I needed anyway for all the remaining processes. So if I did 3, I'll do 3 here. So that'll be radio control units. And if you're wondering why I know all this stuff, in that link is a spreadsheet to my current playthrough. Well, it is an explanation of what's going through on this playthrough, and in there's a link to my spreadsheet. And that's what I keep referring to, and it keeps me on track. So 84, ooh, that's an old one. No, that gets updated because this is basic. Iron ingot, and that should be basic. That changes everything, because then that would be 84.375%. That's 2 machines. I'm glad I realized that. And then that is, the next one is if I did 97%, that would give me 3 machines. Yep. So that one I'm going to do 90.25%. We'll do 4 machines. Probably. Lady Sunfire, thanks very much for clicking the Make It Rain channel points redemption reward. By clicking the Make It Rain channel points redemption reward, you've agreed to donate $69 towards the part-time streamer fund. Simply click the links in chat to make a donation, or you could choose 6,900 bits and fulfill your part of your contractual obligation. Awesome. Thanks very much, Lady Sunfire. Right. I'll get back to the... we must do... No, we'll come back to this later. I've done what I needed. I updated... Oh, well, maybe not. All right. And that's totally not a meme at all. I'm 100% serious. All right, that changes this then, because it's 2 machines. So I'm going to put this one here. I'll get rid of that. All right. So this is radio control unit. And it's going to be, let's put 73 by 2 machines is about, what is 73? I was going to put 24.2. 36.5. Of course I knew that. I'm totally not winging it as I go. And then it'll be 115. Wow, that's alright, yep. And what's that? 57.5. There's a few rounding things here I'm trying to skip over because it's not totally important. That was wrong. I was looking at the wrong column in my spreadsheet for both of those. Crap. $42. Yeah, that's right. That's how specific it is. And I'm looking at limestone. It's not even right. Luckily I can copy and paste. Alright, the limestone is 67.5. And that is 33.75. And then that there is 84.375. 2 machines is 42.1875. Perfect. That's what that is there for those ones. So they are 84.375. For the 2 machines. Perfect. Put that in standby. And then I have 3 machines. So it'll be, that'll work out really well. That'll be 5 and then, yeah, okay. Okay, so 3 machines will be, so I'll put the sign here. This one's for, wow, fused modular frames. And then this is the one. I'm just going to put 72 point something, and that's going to equal 24.25. I'll just put question mark. Then I know it's a long digit. That's a better way of doing it. And then I don't have to do calculating. And the limestone is 115. And it's 3 machines. And that's 38.8. That was 3 machines. And then the output is 144 point question mark. It's 48.5 each. Perfect. So those 3 machines is at 97%. That's one. Hold on. Two. Three. Right. And then there's 4 machines for the remainder. So that'll go there. And this will be also fused modular frames. This one will be 90 divide 4, and that'll be about right, 22.5625. And it'll be 144, and that'll be 36.1 each. And it will output 180 point question mark at 45.125 each. Perfect. All right, so I've mapped out all of these for the future. We're not going to worry about any more. So now all I need to do is I'm going to hook up these ones here . Okay, so now I need to do some merges. I want to do paired merges for... Now I'm just wondering... I'm going to do per... Oh. Yeah, I do prefer that look. If I did that, a lot of our outputs are going to be per machine. They're still going to be usually a Mark 1. It's not always... Yeah, we're going to do that. Okay, so... Right. Oh, there we go. I didn't mean to click, but it looks like I clicked. That's where it's going. All right. And we're going to load... this one. might do 2 templates. 2. So I'm going to do a pair and I'll do a... Alright, so the pair... I'm going to do like this. So it will go like that there. So that would be... Yeah, let's get rid of that. And... So I want that, so now we get rid of everything else. Oh, I don't think I put a filter on that time. Get rid of all these. Right, that's it. That's all I wanted. That's my merger. So I'm going to put here, this is going to be a merger by 2 for Foundry. A merger, Amiga, or a merger? The logistics, so add it here. And we'll do one for 3 as well. So that'll be, I'll reload this again. Oh, it just been doing terrible there. Right, that's what I want. Might just save that. Over the existing one. And then we'll get rid of everything we don't want. rid of those power nipples. Get rid of all these. And that should just leave us with this. Yep. Merger by 3 foundry. There we go. That can go in logistics, in mergers. Right, so now it's going down another floor. It was dealing with these 4 machines. Here, was it? No, it was the 4 above. It was these 4 here, yep. That's the one I want. Facing that way. So there's one. And the other one, I'll learn where this goes. It goes center, and it does kind of, there, that works there. Right, these ones were coming out at 45 per minute. And then I want to a pair. I could just do this one again. To be honest. And just delete that bit of belt. And that'll be exactly what I need. Because they're just going to be Mark IIs. Man, that's so much easier. Those blueprints, that's making everything so much easier. So those... That's the 180 coming out, which will be this belt here going to there. So it's coming in here. Oof, what a time for a save. Alright. That's perfect. So that'll be a Mark III. That will be, it's top floor, isn't it? Yep. All of these need power. Let's do that. They've already got power. I brought the power in there, right? Okay. Oh wow, they're already running. Oh, nice. They are, aren't they? Yes. No, they're not. I was looking at the wrong floor. But yes, I did give them all power. We just need to bring product in. That's good. Okay. Now, this here, these 9, they need 202.5. So we're going to use this iron here. I just need to make sure it's clocked properly. I'll just clock it to 270 and we'll sink the excess. So that's this one here. Okay, so this one, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Being able to vertically nudge is amazing. Did I get that correct? Yep. Alright, so this now let's go with 3 and 4. So that's going to go to there. Let's bring it in at 4. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's that one there. So if I brought that in, how far can I get? It's closer. No, actually it's... So that to there, and then that. Right, let's get rid of that. That's wrong. No, it's not. Not in this instance. They're different, those ones. But hold on. I haven't got my smart splitter. So we'll go straight ahead will be iron, and to the right will be overflow. Perfect. I didn't hook up any other there. What are these? Excuse me for a sec while I sneeze. Oh yeah, that felt good. Right, so that was 22.5 each. So that's a mark 2 there. Unfortunately, I can't use my blueprints here because I've already placed everything. We can do this. Good. Thought I doubled up there, but no. Some here. Up down there. Actually, don't need that one or that one. Right, smarts, this will be limestone. And the right will be overflow. That should already be iron ore. Jeez, I'm glad I picked up on that one. Chat didn't. I'll let him off this once. And this one... Alright, there we go. So if I bring that iron in now... Wow, that was pretty good. I was one off. So, it wasn't good at all, actually. One off is off. That one's off by one. Two, really. Yeah. Perfect. That's one of my irons. Excuse me. You know what? That was a silly decision because I need... I'm going to move it here. Oh, yeah, because I need to bring in an... yeah, actually, I'm going to... I think I'm going to do it that side there. In that case, I might do it here. That's going to be better there, I reckon. Oops, there we go. I don't know what's better. I reckon... actually. I can't do anything about that. That's a maximum. Alright, let's connect that up properly. So then that would be... That still needs to be higher for that. So I'm still an idiot. I mean, I'm not a total idiot, but... That's better overall. Right. Overflow. Both of them are going this way. That's a no-go. That's the overflow there, right. So if that's the overflow... Going to be that way. It could be there and there. It's not the best overflow, but it would improve when we get... Oh, that's going to get in my way. When we get, what's that thing? The next Mark V conveyor belts. That could have gone to there. Oh, yeah, so the overflow's totally choked out now, but I knew that had happened, and that's not a big deal. I'm just accepting it, that's what it is, until we get Mark V. We could actually put another sink in, to be honest. No, our floors are pretty full. We're not gonna. There could be one there. Anyway, not important. Alright, what we do need to do is I need to bring iron in for that one, and we need to bring iron and limestone. Plus we need to bring limestone in for this. So we're going to need to bring 2 lots of iron, limestones and an iron. So that's going to happen down here with trucks. Truck stations. Now, these should be fine. We just have to place them appropriately to avoid I'm going to put, I reckon, one there. And then we'll put this is the road. Alright, so I need to leave. Let's just go and have a look at what I did over here so I can copy the spacings. So you had, so it's 1, 2, 3 foundations between stations. Well, yeah, from the front of one to the back of the other is 3. Might as well do this while I'm running back. That rock's going to be annoying, but we're just going to have to deal with it. Alright. So I should be able to put another one here. May have to deal with this. We're going to make a change for that one. so we'll deal with that first. Might. Alright, get rid of that. Pretty sure that'll be okay. That should... That looks perfect. That defeats that. The output, we will work out how to get that to where it needs to go. That truck will exit there, so maybe we need to move the elevator. That will be a... Yeah, we have to move the elevator, but we can... I think we'll move the elevator just to there, maybe. That will be all we need to do. That wall, we'll get rid of that section, we'll put a door there, a gate. And then another station will go there, I think. So you got 1, 2, and that will be the last one along here. And then we've got now for this side, is it reasonable to think I could have one here? So that with this one, the truck's going to come in. I could diagonally go. I think it's gonna... We may just not have one there, I think. So we've got to deal with whatever mess this is. And so this is an issue here. I could have one there, I reckon. I think that might... Well, I can still have one here. And then the next one is... We'll skip the next one. So if you skip that one and go to this one, or just a different spacing, because it looks like I'm going to have to deal with that there. So if we came back, that far back. Alright, so back to here. We're not in line with that one. But maybe we move the other one forward. Maybe we've got the distance. Maybe if we went one there, and then that could give us so you had 1, 2, 3. We could change that. That coming up's not a big deal. That would work there. It doesn't matter that they're not... Actually, it probably looks a little bit better that they're... So this one truck coming in here, this would be okay coming here for the exit. So 1, 2, 3... You could fit a fourth one there. Yeah, it's a tough one. Maybe if I flipped that one, it could be... Nah, because by the time we get to that, we'll go trains. Yep. I reckon that's enough. We've got 3 of those and 3 of those. Well, I need to bring in 2 limestones and 1 iron. So that leaves me with... That's 3. That leaves me with 3. And with the 3 I could do... Well, I can do whatever I want with, obviously, but... We'll just do that, and I reckon I could, if I wanted to, put one like here. Whoa, I just got smashed. I could have one here. It gets a bit close to that, to be honest. So, maybe not. We'll deal with that. Alright, so that is an arrow that way. That can be like that. And this is our exit. Coming out here. So with our doors, there'll be one there. So we need to move that elevator. And then this one here. Coming out there like that. And then I remember I did that's in the wrong spot, that door. That. That is where this is going to go. Swap the personal elevators over, which means I need to redo all the electricity inputs. Not a big deal. Oh yeah, that's alright. Tidy up some of this. Pick up. I didn't actually have any power connected down here, so that's fine. That'll do for the minute. Come back up here. That one's got to go. And that one actually fell differently. Nice. I don't know why I just upgraded that when I'm going to delete it in a second. Don't ask me, I don't know. That's to there. Alright, so they can all be like that. And I'll just delete once we're all done, we'll delete it. No, that one's going to there. Different. That's alright, we'll sort it out. Gaz, peace out. Sleep o'clock again. Good luck. Modulating the modular frames. We're getting there. Thank you. It's taking its time, but we're getting there. Okay, that's to there. That goes to. Oh, hold on. First things first. I have a standard. Always goes there. Alright, and then that one. Right, that to there. Because that's coming from across there, right. And we're another floor down. Rightio. Giving Rainy the pats. I'll give Rainy a pat, don't you worry. And the last one. The last one will be that's the power input coming in. So now if I get rid of this, then every floor should still have power and get rid of this elevator. Because right now it's still being rounded through.
Any self-respecting factory needs an elevator.
You're not wrong there, Ada, you're not wrong. I never put Oh no, I just remembered the wrong button. Anyway. But the good thing is, that's got power. Alright, here we go. We're going to do it. It's going to get rid of all the power that came through. And it's all still coming through. And I'll just get rid of what I don't need. They're still all running. Perfect. It's so much nicer having the personal elevators to distribute power between floors. It works so well. That was a great addition to the game. Did you have a crash? The audio is delayed again. The mics, the game, no, but we can, did I? I don't know, no, but we can fix that. Thank you, Meza. That is the gaming PC. Needs to be minus 800. No, whoa. No. Minus 800. There we go. Alright, let's see it now. Such a strange dance you need to do. It is, Meza. I've been trying to pinpoint it. And it's not a Steam thing. Like it happens with Epic or Steam, but it is literally, I can reproduce it. If I close Satisfactory and reopen Satisfactory, that reproduces it. But it's not just Satisfactory, it happens on some other games too, so that's another reason why I want to try some Linux as well. Alright, let me just make a note of that. But very rarely it happens mid-game. I don't know why, but generally it's when I close and open. But obviously this time, don't know. At least know the correct fix. Yes, the correct fix. It's quick and easy. Alright, that's that one. Thanks for letting me know. That one there. There we go. That's perfect. Alright. So that's that sorted. I'm just going to have a look at what I did over here because I want to replicate. So then it's 3 rows of glass. I don't know. Now I don't. I'm just going to have a look at this the Steel Ingot Factory. I made it nicer again, I reckon.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Smacky Smacks, you just got a sub.
So it's a row of that and then a row
Thank you,
of
Eataloffice, for
those.
becoming
That's
a
much
Prime
nicer.
subscriber.
Absolutely amazing. All of this coming in with their Prime sub. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that generosity and support. Absolutely awesome. Welcome. So it's these windows. So it's a bottom, concrete, and then these windows, and then concrete again. He needs his path re-recorded. I haven't got that far yet. Oh, don't run me over. Alright, so yeah. That's not exactly what I wanted, but that to there. I think the stairs are okay there. Concrete there. Right. Yeah, Mezza, and also part of the whole thinking about Steam. Oh, not Steam. Thinking about switching over Linux, part of that is getting a fresh OS install. Like, even with if I was going to go to Windows 11, it was going to be a fresh install. So I would have perhaps ironed out a few issues. It's been a very long time since I've done a fresh install. But yeah, I'm planning on doing some videos on that whole process too. Part of my behind the scenes series I've been doing. Rightio. That looks much better. I'm gonna go grab a sign because it's got all that writing on it I want. Maybe I've got one here. Did I do it on these ones? No. Yep, looks like you need your pathway recorded. And you. Yeah, there's a few I need to redo. We'll be doing that soon. Alright, so what I came in for was... Yeah, that's what I want. That sign there. Alright, so there's going to be one there. Put that on all the fronts, and also they're all going to be at the back of their outputs. From memory, I think I put it, was it there? No, I'm going to put it, no, if I put it there, there's clipping there, but I don't normally use that. But for some of those I will, so maybe... These are the... Hold on, these are inputs. I'm never going to have inputs. Alright. I'm just going to quickly go to the toilet and then I'll be back. Oh, once I finish this... I'll be back in 1 sec. Now, I need to bring in... Okay, perfect. So, route 21, 22, 20... I'm going to say 23 will be limestone. And route 21, 22, 23. Four, 25, and 26 can be iron ore. Right. And let's put iron. I'm going to put it. I think we'll do limestone on the left and iron. That one, probably go back one more. Alright, so we'll do iron. Number 24. $25. Horsey, hello, welcome. Good to see you. And then this is limestone. Number 21. Copy. How's it going? How's chat today? It's going well, thanks. We're making progress, doing a lot of setting up. How about yourself? What's going on with you? And Deglad, fine. Watching the master at work. Why? Thank you, Deglad. Randy's not on screen at the moment, but I'll let him know you're thinking of him. All right. So this should be called limestone. No. Yeah, it's just the what it is, the number, and what its function is. So limestone, number 23, unload. I'm going to just do this. Perfect. You're still working on the rocket motor, but I'm getting closer now. Excellent. It's a bit of work, isn't it? It's a bit of work. Limestone number 2. Unload. Copy. 22. And 21. And then over here, it'll be iron. This is number 24. Is it? Oh, none of those got names. Where are they at? That's in the... Oh, they're in the copper factory. Alright. Yeah, okay, so it's iron ore. I have to fix that. While I make a note of that, hold on. Copper factory, truck stations, need names. Right. It actually should be iron ore. So 24. 25 and 26. Alright, they all need power. Let's do that next. That can go. I reckon we're going to do it like that. That's the power connector I wanted there. The nitrogen gas, that is an issue as it's going to be one long pipe. I like to hide it underground if you can. Well, nitrogen gas, it's a gas. It doesn't need any pump, so I think you'll be fine, horsey. Just don't horse around. And you'll be right. I reckon there. Maybe. Bad dad joke? Not at all. It's just a bad joke, full stop. Okay, that'll be alright. Yep, sometimes the best ones, they are, absolutely. Alright. They all need fuel, which means I'm going to bring it in. Yeah, I reckon we'll do it like this. So this is where I need to think about this. That can go to there. Leon, wait. Is the stream title updated? Like, is it really day 90 of my progression? It is, Leon. Day, not game day 90, but episode, like, I am 299 hours, 43 minutes and 56 seconds in this playthrough. So that could be a stream. Usually it's obviously a stream. Every like stream is somewhere between 2.5 to 8 hours. More than one save game. Here's a pro. Leon, if you want save games, you can get all of my playthroughs at my website. You can download the saves from all of those. Firehammer, Heavy Modular Frames still? Oh yes, Firehammer. We'll be doing those for a bit while I work out how to make all this happen. Yeah, they're going to do that. There's a little bit of work involved. How are you today, Firehammer? Yeah, I reckon this is going to be the issue. If I do this like this, I'm going to need to put the splitter I reckon here. Not sure about that. Thanks for that offer. I think I'll pass for now. Maybe a later stage in your Satisfactory adventures I can take a look at those. From now I'm proud I managed to almost complete stage 1 of the space elevator. Excellent, Ellie Vader. That's exactly it. Working at doing 25-minute versatile framework for our latest save. Well, that's a fair chunk, Firehammer. That's a fair chunk indeed. Is it necessary? Probably not. Is it worth doing? Probably. I reckon what's the... It's going to be 3. That's 9. Yeah, alright, so that there. I'm going to put it, I reckon, here. Like that. It's going to need a belt connector, but that's alright. I have plans for all phases, need 25-minute for later. Meanwhile, it will get sunk if needed, taking a bit of a page from your book. Awesome, Firehammer. That's an excellent idea. It's definitely an excellent plan. Great minds think alike. Alright, so that means I do... Move over one. Yep, let's do that. So that comes to here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Horsey, I think I saw someone make hypertubes in the blueprint that takes you onto the map. I'm thinking the same for water and hydrogen, as in IRL we dig a pipe in the ground. No worries, sounds fun. Firemat, well, the current phase 5 playthrough, we realise box making all the parts, phase parts makes some complexity that could be alleviated by actually automating. Mistakes made, lessons learned. Leon, I just set up my first really automated production line, which makes me 10 smart plating a minute from 8 impure iron nodes powered by Mark 1 miners. I only use the cast screws alternate recipe for that build, and I'm making 0.63 reinforced iron plates per minute in excess. That's handy, very handy indeed. Next project will automate concrete. My plan says it will make 90 a minute from 5 impure and 2 normal nodes. Wow, it sounds like you know what you got going on there, Leon. That's really impressive. I, on the other hand, want to move this to here. Like that. But then that's not what I want. No, it's not. I just need to bring that. Yeah, no, it won't go that way here. So this one would then be take that up to here. This is where it's a bit difficult because I'm not using they're not aligned. But, right, that's okay. I think I'll think about this for a sec. I think I might align them up. That one. Hold on, let's do this one first. This is. Oh, smacking. All right. Thankfully those signs are there, I can just copy and paste them. You know what I didn't do? Set all of them to unload. This one should be right now, so I'll call this one. This is iron ore number 25. And then that's an unload. Okay, so now that I've got that there, the reason I did that, okay, so this is a straight arrow that way. Right, that'll be like that. We'll deal with those in a sec, but first that's what I want. Yeah, that's how I'm going to do this. So this would be, that's probably where I'm going to get it to there. Because that would be there. Are you in the middle? You're just off the middle. And then it's probably... It's definitely there. I'm right in the way of it. That's clipping, so I don't like that. But... we can, yeah, that's what I go to there, so that's all right. There is some touching. Let's not say clipping, but we'll say touching. You have to give her a tour next time, Horsey. Horsey, that sounds good. Everyone loves a good base tour. Now that there is going to cause issues because I think I need a double. Yeah, alright. We're going to have to do a double split. I didn't want to do it, but give myself a clap. That one to there, that will be Right, so that to there. And then this. Oh, wow. I didn't think it'd connect, but I reckon I want to do the connecting this way. It looks cleaner there. So if it's going to be like that though, do I go back one? No, I can't. I'm limited to what I can do. That's alright, that's working. That's going to there, right? Alright, so then now this one gets moved forward. Right, so then this. Is that in line with this one? This one? No, I reckon, yeah, but we can't. So I can't, because of that. Well, we can move that concrete belt maybe. Is the belt going to get in the way of anything? It's not. We might leave it there. Yeah, I can deal with this. I think we can work around this one. Right, that's a unload. So with that one, I reckon yeah, it's going to be like that. Alright, so that one, that went there. Saying that can go there. That can go there. And I think I'll put like that. And that's all of our fuel coming in. And that's going to be packaged turbo fuel. So now that I know where it's coming in, let's get that run back to that might come out here. So I have to get it down to here. I'm here. Where am I? Here, I'm here. Yeah, I've got to get down to about here. That's a straight run here, because that's where the oil is. Right. There is a gap. Let's have a look here. So there is a path here. And this path is open here. Yep, so we could come straight through. What are we looking at? 1, 2, the third hole from the top. That looks clear there. Could get more complicated here though. I think that's the third hole from the top, so that's blocked, but we could pop up. So if we went to the fourth hole from the top, we could even pop back down again to get through that there. We would then run into this one here, so we would have to be, I reckon, the fourth hole from the top running all the way back until we need to change to the third, because this is the right, that's the third hole, but we'd have to go to the fourth, yeah, I reckon. Oh well, actually, it's all good until we get to here. Yeah, the oil will be alright. Yep. No, because the oil is the second from the top. We may have to go up and down. Or we come in and we turn that way and we come across it. We could come across here this way, because there is an availability here. And then if we're we're going to make our way over to here and get some packaged turbo fuel, probably from this spot here. I reckon we will. I'm trying to think that the best way of doing it might be to actually just set. It's at putting 37.5 per minute. I reckon if we just took one machine's worth and then we'll just reduce the generators. Yeah, that's basically 1 to 2. If we turn 2 of these off, our power's actually going really well now. Is there any... It's been sneaking up. It looks like it. Yeah, that one's fully buffered. We've got it actually pretty much all perfect, and then I'm going to fiddle with it. Alright, I reckon third from the top where we can, and then we'll make changes where we have to because of other and I'm going to need to bring the canisters across, so I might put it in this one here. So we're going to have I'm probably going to we'll just do Mark 1 belts. So this is canisters heading, and then that'll be the actual product going back. Let's see if I can do this properly. That looks pretty straight. Perfect. All right. Alright, that's I'll deal with the rest later. Let's just deal with how the lines heading back. We'll need to I just want to get that fuel back. And that one's the canisters. I might leave them there. We'll just deal with the one they're heading outbound product. The package turbo fuel itself, and we'll deal with everything else later. Next episode, I'm just going to focus on this today, and that'll bring us to the end of today's episode. That's not correct, is it? And this is where we're going to have to be creative, I think. Bring that to here. Oh, is that right? No, no, hold on, hold on, hold on. Alright, so this to here. And that to there. And get rid of that. Oops. Alright, that's how we bypass that issue that's here. And I think I should drop back down and keep going at that height. So I'll go that needs to be going back there first, like that, and then that, like, it's very tricky to getting this to work sometimes, so I think I've got to get rid of this one for that to work, and then I can re-put it back. Right, there we go. Right. Now when this gets over the other side, it's okay. Yeah, it's later I have to do the jumping. So we'll just keep going. Alright. So it's here. I reckon. Alright, what do I want to be? I can't use that going that way. Right, so the one I can't. Hold on. Okay, so I want to use one too. I can't use that one there, but if I drop down one, I can go across. So all I need to do is from here to here, and then from there to there. Get rid of that. And then we put that back. Alright, here's our drop down. So now that comes across like this. And this is where we want to come through that one there.
Hey, Smackin', you just got a follow.
Thank you Ray_91 for the follow.
Ray, hello, welcome. Thanks for the follow. So that one to there. And then this one, let's go, should be able to get to there. Thank you, good morning indeed. How is your morning going? Yep, that's it there. Alright, now we have to step up one, don't we? So this one will be going to there. Yep. So then that goes there like that. Perfect. Alright. And then that gets us over to here. Oh, we're going to do something tricky here. We're going to do something a bit silly. Let's try this. It's going to go to there. What about here? No, it can't be there. That really needs to be here, I think, for that to work. Straight the other way would actually be better. Hold on. Am I in the middle? I'm not. Try it again. Yeah, but that cuts through. Yeah, that's why. That looks terrible. Alright, but I reckon if it was back here. It just has to, if I just for a second run that to there, then I can then do the reverse. Yeah, I reckon. Get rid of those. I don't want those anymore. I don't know. We're just trying stuff. Seeing what works. Yeah, so now that clips into there. Nah. It was a nice idea. But I'm also abandoning that idea. We can do it. Alright, so it needs to come in here. There's no reason why... I couldn't have that there. Well, there is a reason. It's not correctly aligned. So if I did that, that's not helpful. But I reckon what I would do where does it need to go? It needs to go. No, I reckon I'm close, but I reckon not here. I reckon here. How does that? Yeah, that's perfect. And then I can run to here. Perfect, that comes to here. That. And that'll be our packaged turbo fuel. That will deliver the packaged turbo fuel to here. And then that will distribute it to all of the stations. Alright, that's what we will continue in the next episode. Sorry, I had an emergency. It's going good now. I've got my coffee. I like your build style. Thanks very much, Ray. Appreciate it. Luckily, you got your coffee, because that is the emergency. So the general theme in this playthrough is there's one building per production line. So this is my iron ingots building. That's an iron plate building. That's an iron rod building, which actually now has crystal oscillators on top because we don't need to make any more iron rods, and so on and so on. It feels like a little city. Exactly. That's the style I was trying to go for. We do need to get some walls going up. soon. But yeah, I do like it. It's like, that's what I had. And with the vehicles, it adds that life to the city. Very much so. But we're also reaching the end of my stream today because I've got work tomorrow. But I've made a good milestone. The milestone I wanted to make was getting closer to having... Well, I'm ready to get the packaged turbo fuel running. That's actually that was a big milestone. And then we can bring in the limestone and the iron, and we will be running. We'll be able to continue in the heavy modular frames. How do you pipe all of your ore in from different places? Well, right now where I am on the rocky desert, there's a lot of everything. So I'm using trucks to bring it in from different... If it's not the ones that are just here locally, I'm using trucks to bring them in. And we do have some oil over here that I'm bringing in. I have one train line currently. And then soon I'm going to have to start doing more train lines to bring stuff in from further. But for stuff that's within vehicle distance, it's trucks. Like over here, you can see there's trucks coming from over there. And then, yeah, we've got the... because there's this big tunnel through here that's got the seam and the quartz. So that's coming via belt to here. And there's truck stations here that then bring it to where it needs to go. It looks great. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Brunheen looks like a good build for a noob. Absolutely. Keep it simple, Brunheen. Yeah. All those boxes are shame on the map. These ones over here are actually... they are experiments, Meza. Because I discovered a personal storage container will prevent animals from respawning after you've killed them. So they're in a couple of strategic locations. But now, because I've built around here, it's no longer relevant. But yeah, like, for instance, there's a crash site here, a common crash site here. And I just put down a box there because I forgot some stuff and that. Like I had too much notices. I'll put it in there and I wasn't even thinking about it. And then I came back later and none of the creatures were around. I was like, okay. And I waited a bit. And then I actually deleted the box and within 60 seconds they all just reappeared. It's definitely as the devs intended, Meza. But I need to test it some more because I've built around this area now, so it's not working as well. So I do want to test it a bit more again. I think this one here might be one that I was testing. I can't remember. This is definitely would be a test one. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, that would be, because that's where the coal is, and there's a crash site there, and I must have had too much in my inventory. There's nothing built around here, so that'd be a good one to go and investigate. But yeah, we're getting there. All right, but that's it for today. Let's clear this out. You started your base in the Dune Desert for all the open space? Yeah, there's a lot of open space there in the Dune Desert. You're not wrong. It's a good starting location. I've sort of got the same here in the Rocky Desert. I just started up at a particular height to be up from everything, and that height will allow me to bring trains in the bottom. And that's going to be the next big thing I'm going to do. We just haven't got that far yet. 300 hours in and I still haven't unlocked completed phase 3. But it's coming. It's coming. Part of my goal is you don't need to rush it. And and I've got a rule. I've got a rule in this playthrough, and that's like if I unlock a milestone in the hub and that gives me 3 recipes, I can't proceed until I can't unlock another milestone in the hub until I automate those recipes I receive. So that slows me down, but it also makes it better. I'm not like unlocking 6 things and I've got all this stuff I need to research. Excellent progress today. We set up another floor of foundries for iron ingots. We created a blueprint for all of those, for the different types of belts I've been meaning to do. We then set up 6 truck stations underneath to bring iron and limestone. And then we ran a belt back for the packaged turbo fuel that we'll be doing soon. So we can go from there. And we'll continue with that in the next episode. All right, have a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.